Hi everyone, welcome back, and today we are going on a journey to explore data analysis with Python. Especially we'll be diving into the Netflix movies and TV shows dataset. By the end of this tutorial, you will have the skills to conduct a complete end-to-end data analysis project from data acquisition to visualization and insights. But before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Alright, so let's jump right into it. I have got my Jupyter Notebook fired up and we are ready to analyze some Netflix data. So grab your favorite coding beverage and let's begin. Now let's kick things off by setting up our data analysis environment. So we'll be using Python for this project. So the first step is to import some essential libraries. We are bringing in NumPy for numerical operations, pandas for data manipulation, and matplotlib for creating stunning visualizations. Libraries will be our trusty companions throughout our Netflix data analysis journey. Together, these libraries will provide us with the tools we need to load, explore, and visualize the Netflix movies, TV shows, datasets. So let's dive right in. With our libraries ready, it is time to bring in our data. So we have the Netflix movies and TV shows dataset ready to go. In this snippet, we are using pandas to read the data from CSV file. You can read data from whatever file you have, like Excel file or simple plain file or CSV file. Make sure you have downloaded the dataset and specified the correct file path if you are following along. If you want to copy the path of your file, you will press shift and then right click, and then you will see your path in the drop down. And after that, once we have loaded the data, we'll take a quick peek by using df.head. So this handy function allows us to see first few rows of our data set. It is a crucial step in understanding the structure of our data and what we are working with. Okay, so it is very essential part of this analysis report. Now that we have loaded our Netflix dataset, it is time to get a deeper understanding of its characteristics. This is where df.info, this is a keyword, info for information, df in data frame, df.info comes into play. Okay, it is a powerful function provided by pandas, so that gives us valuable information about our dataset that we have loaded. Okay, so when we run df.info, we get details such as a number of known null entries, data types of columns, and memory usage. So this information is crucial for data processing and ensuring that the data is in the right format for analysis. So it is very important part that you know which data you are using and for what purpose you are cleaning your data and for which fields you are working with. Okay, with our data set loaded and its basic information at our fingertips, let's take a closer look at the data's summary statistics. So we are using the df.describe, and then in the parentheses we'll put include equals all in the double quotes. So it will show us all the description of our data set that will help us to make clean and concise insights from our data. Okay, so and it is fantastic way to gain insights into the numerical and categorical attributes of our Netflix data. When we use describe and parenthesis with includes equals all, it provides us the statistics like count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum for numerical columns, as well as unique, top, and frequency for categorical columns. This summary is essential for understanding the distribution of our data. Let's continue our exploration of the Netflix dataset by examining the unique values in one of its columns. So in this snippet we are focusing on this release year and the year in which our movies or TV shows are released. So release year column, and which contains information about when these movies and TV shows were released. Okay, so on and so forth. So To find the unique release year, we are using df, square brackets, quotes, single quotes or double quotes, whatever your choice. It's up to you. Release underscore year, that will show our release year dot unique. The unique years, I mean, if we have two or more than two values in the same year, it will not show again, so it will show only unique years. Okay, and then parenthesis. This simple command allows us to see all the distinct years in which the content in our dataset was released. Okay, it is a valuable step to understand the temporal distribution of Netflix content. As we go deeper into our Netflix dataset, let's now focus on the type of column. This column tells us whether each entry is a movie or TV show, because we are analyzing our movies and TV shows in our Netflix data analysis. Okay, understanding the distribution of content types can reveal interesting patterns. Okay, after that, to see the unique content types in our dataset, we are using df, square brackets, and then single quotes type or double quotes, whatever you want to use, dot unique, and then parentheses. Parentheses are, friends of these keywords. Okay, if they have arguments or not, but these parentheses will always be there with these keywords. Okay, this command provides us with a list of all the distinct content types present, helping us gain insights into the balance between movies and TV shows on Netflix that we are analyzing. That our data, we extract our data story to show our stakeholders or our clients, that will helpful for them to understand the data easily with the help of visualizations. So I'll make some visualizations also in this end-to-end project, and this is a complete beginning project. I'll highly recommend you to make this type of project, and there is a resource called Kaggle, and you can go there and you can find a lot of data sets that all are free. They don't have any pro versions or some payment methods, so you can grasp your data freely. Now, to visualize the distribution of content types in our Netflix dataset, we are taking our analysis to the next level. Okay, with a colorful pie charts like histograms or line charts, whatever you want. We are using df type dot value counts, value underscore counts, and then parenthesis, and then dot plot, and then parenthesis and arguments like kind, the kind of which we want the graph, pie or line or whatever you want, and then color equals colors, because we have described our colors in our color section. Okay, to create this pie chart, it leverages the type and column and counts the occurrences of movies and TV shows. Okay, the result is a pie chart that provides a clear picture of the proportion of these each content types on Netflix. Okay, as we continue our exploration of the Netflix dataset, we are now turning our attention to organizing and styling our data for a more visually appealing presentation. This step can significantly enhance the readability of our analysis results. Okay, and we begin by grouping our data by release year and counting the number of entries for each year using df.group by. Group by means, that group by mean we will group these data. Okay, group by, it is a keyword, and then parenthesis. Okay, parenthesis and then double quotes or single quotes, whatever you can use, release year underscore year, and then dot aggregation, and then parenthesis, and then we are declaring our arguments like type and then counts which we want. Okay, this gives us valuable insights into the distribution of content over years. Okay, I have already told you about that, how it works, and now I hope you are satisfied how it works. Okay, to make this data even more presentable, we are using styled underscore result dot style. We are applying some styles dot set table, set underscore table underscore styles, whatever variable name you want, and then parentheses and square brackets and dots to represent that. Okay, to apply some styling, to apply these stylings. Okay, this not only adds a professional touch but also makes it easier for us and our audience to understand the information at a glance. Okay, so data quality is a paramount in any data analysis project, and one essential aspect of data quality is checking for missing values that we have. If we have some missing values, so we should clean these values, and to remove these values we also use some keywords, and we'll discuss in the next code snippets. Okay, in this tab we'll identify if there are any missing values in our Netflix data set, and if so, how many are there in each column, and we'll remove this. Okay, we are using df.isNull. Is null, that we are asking that is there any null value. Okay, is null, and then parenthesis dot sum, and then parenthesis. To perform this task, this concise piece of code checks each element in our data frame and counts the number of missing values for each column, each and every column that we have in our data set. Okay, it is a crucial step to ensure our data is clean and ready for analysis. So first, the most important part is to clean your data and make it ready to analyze. Okay, so after that, Netflix is known for offering a diverse range of content from various parts of the world. Okay, to gain insights into countries that contributes the most content, we are going to perform a count of unique countries in our dataset. It is time to visualize these information in a way that is easy to grasp. Okay, and visualizations help us tell a compelling data driven stories. This is an efficient way to represent your data in a concise manner, and that will interact your audience. So to create this visualization presentation, we are using df.country.value_counts, and then we are assigning the values from where to where our counts. So we are assigning 10 in our square brackets, and then dot plot, we will plot our graph. Kind bar, so we want bar graph, it will relates our data. And then color equals red, because we are making some theme like Netflix, and Netflix has red color, and that's why I've used red. Okay, this code not only counts the number of unique countries for each country, but also select the top 10 countries with the most content. So the result is a striking red bar chart that showcases the leading content producers on Netflix. Okay, after that, now let's focus on Netflix movies. Especially, we are going to explore the most common movie duration in our dataset. This can help us understanding that the typical length of movies available for streaming on Netflix. Okay, to achieve this, we will use df and then square brackets, double square brackets, and for in first we will use again data frame, and then we'll apply our double quotes, and in double quotes we'll use type, the type we want, and equals movies, we want movies. So and duration dot value counts, it will count our values. And then dot sort, it will also sort the values in ascending or descending, whatever you want. So we want ascending equals false, and then 20, and we are assigning the value from where to where we want. Okay, let me break it down for you. First, we filtered the data frame to select only movie entries. Okay, so we have defined that we want only movies. So then we count and sort the movie duration in ascending or descending, whatever you want, and here we are using descending order. So finally selecting the top 20 most common durations. Okay, I have already told you that we are using our values from where to where we want, so we want 20 most common durations. Okay, to visually explore the distribution of movie durations on Netflix, we are going to create an area chart. Okay, it will be interactive, so for that, and this chart will give us a visual representation of the top 20 most common movie durations. I hope you will get it how I am describing these concepts, and these are not too much complicated for you as a beginner. So to create and to craft this engaging visualization, we have used df and then df in our square brackets, and then type and then movies, same as it is that we have done in our last snippet. So and then duration dot value counts and dot sort values will sort in ascending equals false, and then 20 we also want 20 values. So dot plot kind area, and then also we use area in our chart, and color dark red because we our theme is red type, so we are using red like red colors. So what these does is first filter out data frame to select only movies that I have already told about you, that movies and TV shows, and then it counts the sort and duration of top 20. The result is a dynamic dark red area chart that showcases the distribution of movie lengths. Okay, so after that, now let's shift our focus on Netflix TV shows. So for TV shows, we are going to explore the most common TV shows duration in our dataset. This will help us understand the typical episodes count for TV shows available for streaming on Netflix, and to achieve this we'll use DF and then DF in our square brackets, and after that in our square brackets in our quotes, double quotes or single quotes, type equals TV shows. You can see the same syntax as we have used in our last code, that DF and DF type TV shows. At that place we have used movies, and now we are using TV shows. So I am not using any new thing here, and I'm adopting the same technique that I used in our last code. So dot value counts, sort ascending, false 20 values. So here how it works: we first filter the data frame to select only TV shows entries, and then we count and sort the episode duration in descending order, finally selecting the top 20 most common duration. So I hope you'll get how we have done it. So let's contribute our exploration on Netflix TV shows by creating a bar chart. Okay, we'll create bar chart for it. This chart will help us visually examine the most common episode duration among TV shows available on Netflix. So after that, to craft this insightful visualization, we will use DF and then DF type equals TV shows that we have used previously, duration dot counts and value counts and dot sort values ascending. Now we are using ascending, and then 20 dot plot kind of our bar chart. So kind of our chart that we are using bar, so it will show us bar chart, and color red. I've already told you about that, the myth of red color. Okay, then we will count the and then we will count and sort the episode durations to identify the top 20 most common durations. The result is a vivid red bar chart that showcases the distributions of TV shows episode lengths. So directors play an important role in shaping the content we watch. So and we are going to dive into the Netflix dataset to identify the most prolific directors. This will give us insights into the individuals behind some of our favorite shows and movies. So to accomplish this, we have utilized DF and then square brackets directors dot value underscore counts dot sort value ascending, and then we want top 20 directors. Okay, here's how it works. I'll explore more. So this code counts the number of entries associated with the each director and then sorts them in descending order to reveal the top 20 directors with the most content on Netflix. Okay, so as we have just discovered the most prolific directors in our Netflix dataset, let's visualize this information to gain a better understanding of their impact on platform. So directors are the creative force behind the content we love to watch. Okay, so to create this engaging visualization, we'll use DF director and then dot value counts dot, same as it is that we have used in our last code. So after that code, we'll just add dot plot and then kind of our chart and then the color of our charts, so it is not too much complicated for you. So Here the breakdown, we have counted the number of entries associated with each director, sort them in descending order and select top 20, and the result is a striking red bar chart that highlights the directors who's contributed the most content on Netflix, because we are discussing Netflix data set and we are analyzing this data, and we have also cleaned this data to make it ready for our visualization or analysis. So now we are about to embark on a journey to explore the diverse range of content categories available on Netflix, and that are like the labels that helps us discover the type of shows and movies we enjoy. Okay, to accomplish this, we have crafted a Python loop that iterates through each row in our data set. Within that loop, we are breaking down the listed in is our variable that we are using for it, and column into individual categories, and ensuring that we have a unique list of content types. Okay, our quest to explore the diverse world of Netflix content categories continues, and we have just created a unique list of these categories. Okay, when we use list underscore types, we are unveiling the unique content categories that we have extracted from listed in column, and each category represents a different genre, okay, or theme available on Netflix. And guess what, we have uncovered a total of length of list types, okay, unique categories. Like, so our journey through Netflix content categories is reaching an exciting point, and we are now going to unveil the top 20 content categories that appear most frequently in our dataset. These are the genres and themes that dominates the Netflix offerings. Okay, to reveal these top categories, we are using df listed in and then dot values counts, and then we want top 20, and this code counts the occurrences of each content categories in listed in columns, and then selected the top 20 most common ones that I have already told you about, that we want 20 top most. And it is great way to understand the variety of content available on Netflix. Okay, so as we continue our exploration on Netflix content categories, we are about to unveil some intriguing statistics. So we want to know exactly how many types each categories appears in our data set. So to achieve this, we have crafted a Python loop that goes through each row in our data set. Within that loop, we are breaking down listed in column into individual categories, so and counting how many times each one appears. Okay, we are making significant progress in our journey through Netflix content categories. So our next step is to organize the data we have collected into structured format that allows us to see categories alongside their respective counts. So to achieve this, we have created a new data frame using pd. You know that pandas short form, and data frame for data manipulation. Type listed list underscore types, and then count nums. It will count numbers. Okay, this data frame pairs each content categories with the count of how many times it appears in our data set. Okay, so, and to make our data even more informative, we are sorting this data frame by count using df underscore listing dot sort values, and then we are telling that from which aspect we want sorting. So by equals count, we want count sorting. Okay, this will help us identifying which content categories are the most and least common on Netflix. Okay, this code utilizes a Python library called pandas. You know that pd is a short form of pandas. So to create a bar chart from a data frame, like commonly denoted as df listing, and the plot function is used to generate the chart, and it takes several parameters like kind equals bar, and this kind equals bar is basically the parameter specifies that the type of chart to create. In this case, like we are using bar, so it will create bar chart. Okay, so x equals type, when we use this, it designates that the column in the data frame to be used for the x-axis of the chart. In this case, the type column provides the categories for the x-axis. Okay, you know that what is x-axis, as you know that x-axis and y-axis. So if we talk about x-axis, then also we will talk about y-axis. So here y equals count. So this parameter specifies the column in the data frame to be used for the y-axis of the chart. So we are, whenever we are creating any chart, it also have x-axis and y-axis. So after that we used color equal red, so we are assigning the color, so it sets the color of bars that we have in our chart. Okay, in the summary, this code snippet is used to produce a bar chart where the type column from data frame is representing on the x-axis count. So you know that what x-axis is, the count column is represented on the y-axis. So and the bars in the chart are displayed in the color red, that we have already discussed about why we are using red color, because Netflix has red color. This can be helpful visualization for comparing counts or frequencies of different type categories in the dataset. There you have it, folks. We have successfully completed our end-to-end data analysis project on Netflix movies and TV shows using Python and Jupyter Notebook. We have the IDE called Jupyter Notebook, and we were using our Python language. That is the main our focus, that how we will make some insights. We started with data loading, cleaning, and pre-processing our data, conducted exploratory data analysis, and even created stunning visualizations. You know that red colors, bar charts, or equals, or this type of stuff that we have discovered. So if you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. So till then, keep learning and keep exploring.